Hey guys, it's Ross going on the Spacecraft. So we're going to go back to the Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary and we're going to have a look at Kijimi. So here is the Visual Dictionary. Here is the first page, like the opening spread for Kijimi. And I did like that location, it's very interesting. So let's just see what it says. And then we'll look at the actual planet and stuff. Having found Ochi of Bastoon's starship as well as hard evidence of his intended destination, the next stop in Rey's quest is the mountainous world of Kijimi, courtesy of some prompts from Poe Dameron. The relic that Ochi left behind is inscribed with Sith runes that C-3PO is capable of translating. Unfortunately, he was prevented from sharing his translations due to restrictions encoded into his programming by Old Republic law. To bypass these strictures, C-3PO will need to visit a black market droidsmith capable of expert system slicing. But as they voyage to Kijimi, Rey and her friends surface on the scopes of Kylo Ren and his dreaded knights, who are determined to capture the scavenger for nefarious ends. So here we see the spread for the planet Kijimi. So let's just read the text here. That guy in the centre, he's quite interesting. The second time I saw the movie, I did kind of recognise him in the background, I think. So, lawlessness ran rampant in some sectors of the galaxy following the Empire's collapse, and we see that in The Mandalorian, of course. The New Republic was too weak to pacify worlds where criminality became deeply rooted, and its failure to act led to widespread apathy towards the new galactic government. Frigid, mountainous Kijimi was one such world. Once considered unspoiled, it was famed as a place of marked spirituality. However, its remoteness and lack of cosmopolitan bustle attracted those on the run from the law, since they made Kijimi the perfect place to lie low. These criminal elements grew all the more brazen as time passed, and it became clear that a lack of law enforcement meant a lack of consequences. Kijimi now wears its criminal underworld openly on its surface, though it stays as a haven for lawbreakers unnumbered by encroaching First Order patrols. And then it just shows here Kijimi City. I'll just read that bit of text. Kijimi City is the nearest thing Kijimi has to a capital. It sits atop a plateau that straddles Mount Izukika, the site of a Daibendu monastery built 1,000 years ago. Over the centuries, the city was periodically raided and the monks disappeared, though their structures still exist. Many spacers are superstitious, and despite their unscrupulous natures, they oddly revere these ancient monuments. And then we see the Spice Runners' Den here, which was their version of the cantina scene, of course, when they're on their way to see Babu Frick. So what it says about that. The collapse of the Empire also led to a massive shake-up in the lucrative spice trade operating out of Kessel. Without the guiding hands of imperial officials or mining guild protection, competition for Kessel spice became a bloody free-for-all, and former processing termini like Obadiah and Formos became too embattled to operate safely. That's fascinating. Enter the Spice Runners of Kijimi, a pirate band that specialised in striking spice-laden ships that emerged from the maelstrom. In time, these runners worked out their own partnership with the mine operators, sidestepping violence in favour of becoming an exclusive link in an expanded Kessel run that reached all the way to Kijimi. So let's just see who this guy is. Wallentic Dodge, resident of Kijimi City. And there he is in all his glory, here. So what it says about him, eyes sensitive to glare, which is maybe why they're set into his head. I mean, so far back into his head. Kybok fur-lined vest, which is this. Comlink built into his belt buckle. And heat-retaining blubber. And he's carrying a lot of blubber. Now let's just see what it says about the First Order forces here. The First Order has arrived on Kijimi, searching for leads regarding resistance activity. Its forces have begun nightly raids in the city, capturing children to turn into future stormtroopers, and we kind of see that in The Rise of Skywalker. So let's just now have a look at the planet details here. So this is Kijimi City that it's pointing to. What does it say there? This ancient settlement has seen better days. Long beset by criminal squatters, it now faces a ruinous occupation. Then we've got the Galkadarthu Gorge, which is here. Oh, let's see if I can move it so you can see it. The sun is shining outside and it's made this room a hell of a lot brighter all of a sudden. We also have Galinkandoka River Valley, which is this one here. There, you can see a little bit better there, because yes, very bright in here now. The Galdaru Massif, which is here. So there, maybe that's better. Here, and what else? Lamy Glacier, site of secret spice runner cache. A lot of these names have a kind of Indian sound to them, don't they? So obviously a lot of the cultures are based on earth cultures, and it does sound like the names have taken that sort of form. So let's see what it says on the data file. It's in the BRIX sector, which is BRYX, in the mid-rim. 9,874 kilometres in diameter, terrain is mountains, it has no moons, it's got a population of 310 million. That is a lot, considering the sort of planet it is. Now the fact file. Kijimi has no central government, being essentially an anarchy that has achieved some degree of social stability as everyone's self-interest keeps the civilization from collapsing. What was once the quarter of the Beatific is now known as the Thieves' Quarter. It is the most active part of Kijimi City. Temperatures in Kijimi City vary greatly depending on time of day, but average around minus 25 degrees standard. So yes, and there, just another look at that spread. Fascinating planet. It obviously doesn't last very long. Yet another destroyed planet in Star Wars. But there you go, guys. We'll have a look at Kijimi City in the next video, and also the video after that will be the occupation forces. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for what topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.